Hi everyone, Lisa here from Forest City Stitching. I hope everyone had a good week. There's Arlo. I don't think you can see out the window, but it's snowing ever so slightly right now. Yeah, so last night we went to our Santa Claus parade, and it was snowing, started snowing yesterday. And this morning there was a good amount of snow on the ground. And he's in the window. It's mainly melted now, but there's still some stuck to the ground, so looks like winter is here. The strike that I was talking about last week, luckily only lasted Monday. See how Arlo keeps his mouth open? I've never seen a cat do that, but after he smells or licks something, he keeps his mouth open for a long period of time, and now he's licking the window. He's such a strange cat. Apparently when they keep their mouth open it's so they can get some extra air. I chatted to the vet about it and he had no idea and never had seen a cat do it either, so he's an odd one. So anyway, yeah, the strike that you're chatting about last week only lasted Monday, thankfully. And they went back to school on Tuesday, so that wasn't so bad. Today, though, didn't quite go as planned. My parents were supposed to come to visit, and my son was really looking forward to that. But then my son woke up at around 6-ish, sick to his stomach, so we canceled the Nana and Papa visit. He's feeling much better now. We did give him a little bit of Tylenol, which I don't know if in the States it's also an issue, but it is very hard to find children's Tylenol. So luckily my son is a kid that doesn't typically get very sick, knock on wood, very often. And we don't typically go through a lot of medication with him. The last time we needed some children's Tylenol was when we all had COVID and we had to order some to get delivered, and my husband accidentally ordered like 3 bottles by accident. So he did end up returning 1 bottle, but the other one came in like a 2-pack or something. So luckily we have a little bit of a overage supply than we typically would, but nonetheless, when I went to the grocery store today, I did take a look to see if there was any, not to hoard or anything like that, but it is something to kind of keep in the back of my head. Yeah, so, but he is feeling much better now, so I think it was just, my husband thinks it was something that he ate, as we did go out for dinner before the parade. But because my husband's stomach wasn't 100% either, but they didn't have the same thing. So I don't know. Like perhaps he just had a little bit of a bug or something. Yeah. So that is a life updates. What have I been stitching? A variety of stuff. Not too much though. And I really do need to start to think about what I want to start come the middle of December, when I can start all the things in preparation for next year. As I said, I think I said this, I'm going to do Work Your Whips again in the Whip Warrior group. Yeah, and kind of still have the same mindset as I did this year. Where if I finish a size, start the same size. I know next year they're changing that rule, but it was beneficial for me. And what is the, what's the benefit of finishing a bigger thing if I can just start all the big things by finishing a small, right? So, okay. So Sunday, I worked on my, just seeing if I can find the cover page easily here. my Heather Jardine sampler by Hands Across the Sea. This was for part of the travel group. And I think the travels are coming to an end November 26th, which I am not going to be checked in by then. But this is how far I got with that. So that's pretty good considering I started with a U and a part of that peacock, basically, is what I started with. And that's on Fortnite fabric. And then I was inspired to pull this one out by Bendy Stitchy, as it was in the Yule box by Forbidden Fiber Co. And it's the Yule ball. I don't know if I have a cover photo. I don't think so. No, I don't. Oh, I do have a cover photo. So that's what it looks like. So this was in the Advent calendar last year. Now, with that being said, Michelle is re-releasing the pattern with a Leo and Roxy, which also I learned from Carrie and Caroline's video yesterday that I watched, that they're rebranding to Roxy Floss Co. They're rebranding too. But yeah, Michelle's re-releasing this pattern with Leo and Roxy conversion, and I really like how it looks. But here we are with the original threads from Forbidden Fiber. And so yeah, she was talking about that on her last video, so I pulled that out for a good chunk of stitches for the travel event. As I might have mentioned, I'm looking at my whips because I do have a spreadsheet now. Anything that I haven't stitched on this year, I'm trying to make a point to stitch on that. A lot of the stuff I haven't stitched on recently or this year are more Christmassy pieces, so kind of makes sense that I haven't been drawn to those. I didn't bring it up just because I actually got fairly far on it, but I started a model stitch for Karen at KB Studio Creations. So yeah, I got further than I was expecting. Typically I will give you a sneak peek if not too much of the pattern is showing, but I want to be respectful of Karen, so no sneak peek on this one, because it's a series of 3 patterns that I'm doing for her, and they are quite small and they are stitching up very quickly, and it's kind of like coloring, like a coloring book almost. Once they're released, you'll understand what I mean by that, but yeah, they are stitching up quickly so far, so I just need to have the motivation to get back to those for Karen. My goal is to have those done for her by the end of the year. So Karen, if you're watching this video, that is my goal. We will see. Yes, so then I also worked a lot on, this is my toque for, again, I don't have a cover photo for this, but this is our collaboration piece for our Steel Echelon group, the Screaming Beavers, and I need to have it in the mail by Friday. So I need to get my button gear, but I've been working on it a lot this weekend, and it's now my purse piece too, so I throw it in my purse. On my lunches, I try to work on it. So now it's just all variations of red to get in there. This is on 14 count Uta, so it stitches pretty quickly. So I just need to make it more of a focus. But right now in the travel group, I think I am still stuck at the campground for another day, perhaps. And so I won't be traveling anywhere. So I could work on that for a little bit to get more caught up. Yeah, so I worked on that a good part of the weekend. I also pulled out for a few stitches, like 50 stitches or so, Chelsea's Chicken. This is a freebie pattern from Stitching with the Housewives. Priscilla released a new freebie pattern yesterday on her blog in honor of her birthday. So go check that out. But this is how far I'm on that. I just need to mainly do some snowflakes. Poor Chicken was miscounted, so he's up a little, she's up a little bit higher. So we got one extra row of snow, but that's fine, it's just snow. I don't know if that's, I'm gonna have to count off the snowflakes, start here and count off, because I'm not sure, things might be messed up over here. It's fine. And then for our stitch along, I'm caught up on week 4. Week 5 I haven't started yet, so I'll show you that. So this is week 4, and week 5 kind of fills in this. So we now know it says if at first, and then it says you. So we're thinking this is don't. I don't think that's been 100% released. Maybe it has. So if at first you don't, and then we don't know what it's going to say after that. But yeah, I'm glad I picked this color palette. I like how that's turning out. And yeah, it's pretty easy to stay caught up on, even when I get behind a week. And then I was talking about our challenge last week, and so we submitted our challenge, and we are still in first place as a team, so that's good. Sorry, Arlo let himself in. So we are still in first place. We got 3rd in the challenge last week, but we were pretty high in the standings. We are obviously, back up, we were in first place before. All weeks we've been in first place. So the teams that got 2nd and 1st were much lower in the standings, so we were able to keep our spot. But you know how standings work, and I don't need to explain that to you. But we're still in first, so that's exciting. And then this week, I don't know. He's literally chewing on the, one moment. Yes, that's why I keep a water bottle around. He literally was chewing and pulling on the sheet on the bed. This cat is a devil cat. Literally most nights, if not every night, he is now has to sleep in the half bath downstairs because he will not let me sleep. He's a devil cat. Yeah, so back to Stiatron. Yeah, so we're in the first place again, so it's great. This week's challenge is to come up with a cookie recipe. So it's less kind of team involved, really. We obviously brainstormed together and did a vote. So there's some people doing some sample baking, etc. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's how that group is going. So yeah, it's a ton of fun. I believe that you can still join if you're interested. But yeah, highly recommend it. So then I also pulled out a couple of from the Woodland Creature Cell in 2020 from For Boys and Newfoundland Girl. So I pulled out the owl to work on for a few stitches. I might have 50 stitches on him. Where'd he go? There he is. I'm gonna move my needle back to him so I don't lose it. Yes, I lick my thread. All right. So here's the owl. So basically I just need to kind of finish the second half of the wreath that he's sitting in. And then I have a fully finished, well, a finished object, not a fully finished. So I finished the bear. Obviously I started him in 2020, but he's finished in time for Christmas 2022. Now I just need to fully finish. So I really do need to get some more pieces fully finished because I put out my Christmas stuff. Now I do have some more Christmas decorations that go on the tree in like the Christmas tree ornaments. But I pulled out the other stitching I have to put around. It was like 2 things. So I do need to take a look at what I want, what my Christmas stuff is and how I want to finish it. If I want it to be something other than an ornament, right? Yeah. So that is what I know. Yeah, that's all I have. I really just need to kind of plan a little bit more for next year. Arlo's back again. And yeah, just kind of keep working on the travel event as long as I can until they close it down. But it has Arlo, no. Are you trying to get under there? Maybe trying to get under the blanket. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. So yeah, try to get as far as I can on the travel event. Again, it's been very helpful on me working on my whips. So can't recommend Whip Warriors enough. If you are interested, I do believe they are still taking some new members. They are likely going to close it to new members shortly just to kind of keep things manageable. Yeah. Oh, one other thing I wanted to say. Sheila, who from Mrs. Stitches, who won the giveaway. I still haven't heard from you yet. I did comment on your video just before this video. Comment on your comment just before this video. So send me your email address. It's in the drop down box below, and I can get Field Mouse Hollow was the chart out to you. All right, everyone, have a good week, and we'll see you next week.